Well, hello everyone. It's Melanie. Can you believe it? I'm going to actually try and make a video. I tell myself every single day, multiple times a day, excuse me that I need to make a video. And then I don't do it because I keep waiting for conditions to be perfect, and they never are. So I'm just going to turn on the camera because I have a bunch of things kind of piled on my desk that I wanted to share with you, and I need to clean my desk off. So I'm just going to go for it. I am really out of practice. Welcome if you're new. I know I have a lot of new subscribers, and I appreciate you coming and visiting my channel and hanging out with me. So I'm just going to be this is going to be very random. I'm just going to clean off my desk and show you some stuff that I've wanted to share, and I might work in my journal just a little bit also. I made kind of a little list here of things that as I think of them, things that I wanted to share. Let me do this. I'm going to do this first. This is my current journal. It's a Nanami 7 Seas Crossfield. Nanami Paper Company is who makes these journals, and they are Tomeo River paper, which is the same paper that's in the Hobonichi journals. This is the new Hobonichi paper, which I can tell you about that if you've used a Hobonichi, you know what the paper is like. It's incredibly thin, but things don't bleed. There's ghosting, which means you can kind of see it from the other side, but stuff doesn't bleed. It's just, it takes water, media really nicely, despite the fact that it's super thin. So anyway, I've got 3 journals now. This is the 3rd one since I've been working in these instead of my composition book journals. And, oh no. I switched because I was doing a lot of writing, and because, oh, it's the 16th. And because when I paint or draw things sometimes in a composition book journal that has lines or a grid, and I really like it, and I'd like to scan it and use it for something else, I can't because I can't get rid of that grid or the lines behind it. So I decided to, because I was doing so much writing, I decided to start in one of these, and I've just really enjoyed them. So I filled almost 3 of these, not the Crossfield, but 2 others that are blank. And with pandemic shopping kind of things, the Nanami Paper Company is out of their blank paper, Tomeo River A5 book, which is called the Standard, which is blank pages. Anyway, I could do a whole video on that. So I got this at an estate sale. It's a 1954 calendar, desk calendar, and there's a website where you can, and I cannot remember the name. I'll try and remember, and then I'll put it in the description box below. Let me look it up. A calendar website. But it's where you put in your current year, and then it'll tell you what other years use that same calendar format. So for this year, 2021, is the same calendar as 1954. And I just happened to pick this up, and at the time that I bought it, I did not realize that it was the same calendar as 2021. I just bought it because I wanted the paper, and it was like $1 or $2 or something like that. But it's the same calendar. So Sunday, May 16th in 1954 today's also May 16th. So I've been using these every once in a while throughout my journal since I realized that, oh, that's the same year. The way I'm working in this journal is obviously chronologically, because you can tell how, can you tell? Can you tell how all of this is journaled in? And then here's what I haven't done, these pages here. The thing about these books, this one has 480 pages. So it's really, it's a lot of pages. I glued a pocket in the front and the back. And so what I've been doing is I just put the date on the top, just like you would, kind of in a Hobonichi. But the reason that I'm not using a Hobonichi is, one, because of the grid. And I don't like how if I do something decent, then I can't get rid of the grid. And two, because I use multiple pages a day. I think yesterday or day before yesterday, I used 9 pages in a day. So the Hobonichi, this is just kind of a different thing for me. It's sort of a diary. It's a place to, I just got these pens today, so it's a place to record that kind of thing. So I just do a page with the date on it, and then I just go for it. Sometimes I do some writing and some journaling. If anything interesting happens that day and I take a picture, I put a picture in. I'm using it, this and this, brain dumps, you know, just sketching stuff I worked on that I've taken pictures of, more pictures. So pretty standard visual journal kind of stuff. Lots of writing. Playing with some Mary Blair painting stuff. This is in gouache. This little boy was supposed to be really cute, but he didn't turn out very cute. This is some articles from magazines. This is what I mean about, I did this directly in this journal in ink. And I did a bunch of these line drawing images. But now, like if I wanted to scan this and use it, it's almost, I mean, because it's just black and white, it might be easier. But that dot grid behind it, and on this one, the fact that there's writing on the other side, it just makes it, that's not as bad in something that's white. It's worse trying to get rid of it in here. And I'm talking about using Photoshop or something. So I started leaving the back sides of the pages blank. And I told myself, in the next journal, I will definitely, if I do something like a little line drawing, or I do something that I think is worthy of, could be worthy of scanning or whatever, then I'm going to leave the back side of the page blank. But I was so excited because I used the Amazon overnight. So sometimes, depending, if I order really early in the morning, I can get same-day delivery on some stuff from Amazon. But they have a new option. So if you order like in the afternoon or more in the evening, they have a new option that's been popping up called overnight. So it comes between 4 and 8 a.m. So I splurged again. I ordered these Zig Clean Color Real Brush pens, marker pens. And so those were on the front porch when I got up at 7 o'clock this morning, and I swatched those in here before I even did my page there. Sorry, having some coffee. So let me show you some of the things that I have on my desk that I wanted to show you that I need to clear off so that I can work on other stuff. One thing I was going to show you that I wanted to share, and I think it's pretty cool. I came across, and I'm going to have to admit, I went to YouTube. I loaded YouTube, and there was someone's a live video that was going on, and that was journaling related. And I'm not subscribed to this person, but I clicked on it, and they were they were using these pandemic timelines, and I was immediately, I couldn't find a link, but they were talking about them. So I started Googling and I found them, and I never went back to the live. I didn't finish watching it because I was so excited about finding these. And I glanced back through my history to try to see who it was, and I I didn't see it, but my YouTube history is enormous. So anyway, these are from Persnickety Prints, and I believe it's a place you can order, a place where you order photo prints from, you know. But they have this printable coronavirus timeline. So kind of interesting, you know, while I was journaling through 2020, I was writing things on occasion, like, you know, I miss being able to go outside, and here we go. No, that's, I mean, just, you know, but I didn't write news and stuff about what was going on in the world during this. So these pages they have available, and I printed them smaller, they go through the entire coronavirus timeline history, month by month, and it's dates. So January 1st, the Hunan seafood market closes. January 11th, China records its first death. The 31st, President Trump bans foreign nationals from entering the U.S. So it's all just facts. It's not, there's not any anything biased one way or another on here. But what I'm doing is I printed all of them out, and I'm going back into my journals and adding these into my journals for context, because I didn't record a lot of history stuff like this kind of thing. But for my journals, I'll definitely would love to know what was going on, you know, when I go back through them. So all I'm doing is going through here, and sorry, my phone distracted me. That's February 1st. I'm just gluing these in. So they won't have any, they don't really go with anything. They're just going to be in there so that when I look, when I look back through my journals, okay, that was messy. When I look back through my journals years from now, this will be part of it. So I really messed this up. To put some context to it. So even though my journals don't mention what was going on with the coronavirus in China in January of 2021, or of January of 2020, I'll have this timeline in there so that if by chance myself or someone else is reading these journals someday, they'll actually have this in there for context. And I debated putting them at the beginning of the month, like because they sum up the entire month. But I think I've decided I'm going to put them at the end of the month. So this is February 16th. So these are my 2020 journals, and I'm just going through, that's March 5th. And they are also chronological. What is this? February 29th and March 2nd. So I could put it anywhere right here. Could put it right there. I'm gonna put it right there. And I can't tell what device is making noise, but I thought I had turned I thought I muted my phone and stuff. Should be on airplane mode. Put it on silent. Oops. I didn't realize a U.S. citizen died in Wuhan in February 8th, on February 8th. Okay, So the end of March is where the next one goes, which is this journal. End of March, March 29th, March 31st, April 2nd. Now I did, look, I wrote right there, global infections passed 1 million today. But I'm just gonna stick this right in here. Tip it in a little, kind of, but I'm just gluing them. I bought one of these recently, the ATG. The thing is enormous, but it holds so much more adhesive than just a little tape runner. So I'm pretty happy with it, other than the fact that it's enormous. This one's the end of April is in here. So I'll leave a link, that's May. I'll leave a link to, flipping back through these journals makes me want to work in these again. Oh look, there's my outfit that I was wearing in Animal Crossing that day. It was the fishing tournament, I bet, because I had on water sandals with a fishing pole. April 28th. Did I really go from April 28th to May the 4th? I guess so. Oh, I could just tape it right there. I'm gonna do that. I'll just put it right there on that pocket. I don't know how well all of the washi tape in these journals is gonna hold up years from now. But I really do like the idea of, this is May 30th, so I could put Sunday, May 31st, so I could put this. End of May. I'll just tip it or just glue it in right here on the edge of this page. Like that. Not sure why that's on there, but I'm going to leave it so I can just flip it up and read it. Okay, May, let's see, June. So this has the end of June in it. I haven't looked through these in so long. Well, 24 signs you're an introvert, not just shy. Let's see, June 30th. Oh, I forgot about that. I really did eat a cricket when I was in New Orleans. I ate a cricket cookie, had a dead cricket on the top of it. Of course it was dead. June 30th. July 3rd. How about this page? Because there's plenty of blank space on there. So I think the way that these are on that website, the Persnickety Prints website, I think the way that they're on there, they're a full page. Each one is a full page. I pulled them into Corel Draw, which is like Photoshop. I put them in Draw and made them 2 to a page, but you could also do it with your printer software. This is July 30th. This is August, so I'm going to put it right here. Oh, look, it kind of matches. But I did 2 per page. I'm not very good with this ATG yet. Advanced Tape Glider. And the ones that I don't have here, I already glued into August 10th, so this needs to go in a different book. This is 14, so I need number 15. Oh, let me see if I can reach it without everything coming off the shelf. Let's see, this is number 15. August 27th, August 31st, Ooh, I had a lot to say that day. Oh my goodness, September 2nd. Wow, okay. Let's go right here on this Kincaid's bag. It's Sunday, so the church bells will actually ring for quite a long time. Okay, so now I've had these on my desk for like a month, waiting to show that to you. And now I can put these back on the shelf after I finish this video. And I'll have some extra space. And I'm gonna check it off my list. What are we, 20 minutes in here? Okay, Wreck This Journal. My Wreck This Journal, I brought it, I've been keeping it in the living room. It's just sitting like this on a shelf, but I have some stuff that I want to put in it. Some things I've collected right here that I want to put in. So I thought I would do that with you. I have a bunch of tea bag tabs or labels. Let's see. And those I marked with a, right here. Oh, I love how with all the junk on here, I can find things. Okay, so I'm just gonna staple these in. I may have to have, yeah, I'll have to get a real stapler. Excuse me for just a second. I'm still here. I'm still here. Still here. Just getting a bigger stapler. Okay, I'm back. Obviously. I've just been stapling these in. Usually I use the tiny attacher, but that one, the reach on the tiny attacher isn't very far, so I think these actually, this Empire of Tea, I bought some organic Earl Grey, and it tastes terrible. I mean, it's awful. So I've been using organic Earl Grey to tea dye things, and I tea dyed some fabric, some muslin fabric the other day, and those were the tags I had left over. I really like this journal. I need to start another one. When I bought it, I bought two. I bought this one, the color version, and I bought the French version. So I have the French one that I could start in. I need to do that. Is that going to reach? Oh yeah, it does. Red Rose, love in every cup. Okay. Ooh, I love it. And then I have a page for used Post-it notes, which is right here. So literally, I'm just gonna, I should put a tiny bit of glue on the back of that so it sticks. And then just glue it in there, okay? This, I was gonna see if I could use this on a yellow page. Is this a yellow page? No. Is that yellow? No. Oh, here's the yellow. No, I don't really need it. I could just staple it. Let's do that. Or do I want to put that on an orange page? Where's an orange page? I haven't worked in this in a while, so I don't remember how I marked all of these. Orange, there's orange. Yeah, there's more room here. I'm gonna... kind of like it there. Let's just staple it on, and then I can flip it down. And then this is a candy wrapper from when Sarah sent me my slow stitch collab piece. So I should have I have a page of candy wrappers. What is that one that says blank? Oh, I never did that page. Rub here with dirt. Here, I think this is candy wrappers. Yes. So here's the candy wrappers. And I'm going to put this one. Actually, I think I'm going to fold it like that. Maybe we'll tape it in. Let's put a piece of fun tape on there. This will work. And Sarah, if you are watching, I've eaten all the candy now. It's gone. I ate it all and it was delicious. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so I'm just going to put that right there. And then the last thing I had that I was going to put in this journal. Oops. I'll get stuck on something, so. The last thing that I have piled up over here, or not piled up, but is some price stickers. Oh, and here's some fruit. I've got these too, fruit labels. Oh, look at that. Look what page we were on. So fruit labels, that's from an avocado, and then here's a couple of cuties. And then I have these two price tags. Where did I put price tags? Right there, where it says price tags. Oh, and I did also put a penny, because I had this thing that punches a hole in bottle caps. So I was trying to see if it would punch a hole in a price tag, and it did. So I found these, or this is off of some Daiso, something from Daiso, this little $2. Stick that right there. And then here's another one of these from an estate sale. Just stick that right there. Okay. Yay! My Wreck This Journal is caught up. Oh, there's a price tag. That's from some clothes I bought at Target. Do I want to put that in there or not? Ooh, these aren't staying glued. Come on. Come on. Nope. Don't have time for you if you're gonna act like that. What did I just do with my glue stick? Really? Do you see my glue stick? There it is. Oh. I don't know if I want to put that in there or not. I know what I'll do. I'm just going to pull off this part that says $26.99, and I'm just going to staple that part in. How about that? There we go. And then here's another one that says $20. So instead of that whole tag, I'm just going to staple this in. And get it in there. Come on, baby. Have I got 2 pages? No. Cool. Okay. The flip through of this journal is just a few videos back, but now I can put this back on the shelf and out of my way. So right now I'm gonna put it on the floor. that's 2 things. Let's cross that off the list. Wreck this journal. The other thing, okay, now we're down to things that I could probably just make a whole nother video out of. I was going to show you some class journals. So lately, I'm always doing online classes, and I did a lot of them in 2020, a whole lot. And I think something I was going to share with you was some of my journals that I did, and I thought I had them piled up here, but I don't see it. This is the only one I see, and it's the one I'm currently working in. Huh. Where's my, okay, here's my virtual voyage. And then I have, oh, here's Artbead Club. Oh, here they are. There's the Artbead Club and Art Hero's Journey, which is, I've been struggling with that one. So this one is James Burke, and I'll link, let me link to his classes, JBL courses. He's on YouTube and on TikTok and on all the social medias, but this virtual voyage is an online cruise, a virtual cruise, a class, and this is James and his husband Steve. You're probably aware of him. He's a fantastic artist and journaler. He used to be a dancer on cruise ships, so he does this course in the format of a virtual cruise, and it's a lot of fun. And the way that he presents everything to you, you are able to take everything you made and put it together into a journal. And this is the journal that I found. This book was a book about Spanish explorers, and I put a gold metallic fake leather spine on it, and then these are mixed media pages, and I worked in signatures that weren't bound into the journal and then bound them in. So I'll just do a quick flip. This is from the live, on the opening live day. So these are printouts that he gave us for the class, and then here's my practice. This is printouts, and then here's me practicing. So this virtual voyage was about, the theme was Baz Luhrmann films. And so these are my sketches from the movie Strictly Ballroom, and then Romeo and Juliet. And we made a pop-up for our book. Whoop, love it. And then it was so much fun. He just announced the next, what's this one? Oh, Moulin Rouge. And then The Great Gatsby. And there's me totally dressed up in costume for the Zoom class. That's how into it I got. And then here at the back here, this is all of the handouts that he provided for during the class. And I stitched them to some strips of paper in like sections. There's 4 pieces of paper, and I sewed them onto just a piece of folded strip of paper, and then I bound them like this so I could have them all in here in the back of my journal. So he has another virtual voyage coming up in June, and it's going to be Pixar films, Monsters, Inc., Inside Out, Toy Story, and Coco, which is my favorite Pixar movie. This one is the Artbead Club. I signed up for their Super Stardust membership, which is a year-long membership. So all the classes that she teaches all year long. Let me list this too. Artbead Club. And I think she only opens, and I say she, and I don't know how to pronounce her name. She's from the Netherlands. Marinth, I can't remember. I think she only opens up the Superstar where you get all the classes for a whole year. She only opens that up certain times, but the you can take the classes individually. So I found this thing on, it was on sale at Joann's, and then it was a percentage off, or anyway, I got it for next to nothing. So I bought this, and then I bought all of these films, foil. These were on clearance. I think they were regularly $15, and I got them for $10.97, so not a huge sale, but this is foil. This one's holographic, this one's gold. There's a whole roll of gold that you can use on your, what machine? You know, you know what I mean? This, look, let me show you. That machine right there. I get all these machines mixed up. So I used one of these and some gold foil on the front of this book. It looks so cool. Look at it. It looks like it's gold embossed on the front. See it? This is the Artbead Club logo. So I just had to, you just tape this down. You have to plug these in, they're USB, and they heat up, and then you just write what you want on there, and anyway, I just thought I'd share it. I kind of was, when I bought them, I wondered if they were discontinuing them because they were on such a huge sale, but I think what happened was they repackaged them. So because they have them, they still have them, but now they're in a different packaging. So I took the piece of foil that I did on the front of this, because this is the only foil that was missing. And then on the inside, I just taped that same piece of foil down that I had drawn the front with and just scribbled over it with the pen, and it transferred like that. I thought it was cool. Anyway, this class was a trip to Paris, and it's very much about collage. Some of it I struggled. So these are the ones I skipped. I just couldn't get into it. This is gouache, painting in gouache. These are collage with punched out flowers that I painted. That's my Marie Antoinette in gouache. This we had to write a note to ourselves, write ourselves a letter. Another collage, and then some things I was working on that I didn't finish. So there's that one. I'm enjoying this Artbead. This is the one we're doing right now, the Art Hero's Journey. I'm enjoying it, but it moves very fast. So if you don't do the exercise on Monday, when the next one comes out on Tuesday, you're already behind. This one, I'll be honest, the Art Hero's Journey is based on a book or an essay by Joseph Campbell on art and your calling, and it gets very deep. And I don't think I'm a deep enough thinker to really get into it, because a lot of the prompts I just couldn't come up with anything, because they're very much about soul searching and what do you believe your calling to be, and the obstacles that you've had with your call. And I don't feel a calling, so I don't know. But man, I had fun with making this cover. Sweet. Okay, and then this is a class I'm doing right now, which is Mindy Lacefield, A Year of Illustrated Flair. And for the cover of my book, I did this gouache painting, kind of Mary Blair-ish style with the, this is very, just I don't want to compare my work to Mary Blair because she was an absolute genius, but it's gouache. She worked in gouache, and this is, It's a Small World inspired. So I decided I wanted that to be the cover of my journal, and I went with the spiral. So I just made a copy of it and printed it and then put it on the cover of my journal. So for this one, I'm behind also, but this is the first exercise, which this is the PDF from Mindy, and then here's my practicing suns in gouache, and then the next one is It's a Small World things, and then it goes on. But I'm really having fun. Let me put this class down too. But I don't know if this one may not be. Well, I guess it is, because you can enroll in them even when they're over. The other class I've been doing is another year-long class, and I took Sabrina Ward Harrison's Full Color Life class, and I'll have to do just a whole nother video on Sabrina. Yeah, that's a whole ball of wax. But this is my writing journal from Full Color Life and from the class I'm taking from her now, which is Liberate. And it's about making a book. So yes, I am trying to make a book that I can self-publish. And it's a lot of work. It's a whole lot of work. But I'm having fun with it. And I've been really getting into writing, which is something that, I mean, I can easily document my day. You know, most of my journals they're very much, I did this, I ate this, we went here, we went there, I saw this person, I talked to this person, this happened in the news. You know, my journals are very documentary. But I don't write about, I don't write about other stuff. And that course has got me writing about other stuff. I will show you this little journal. I wanted to try this Stillman and Byrne. This is a Zeta series mixed media journal. And so I also took Mindy Lacefield's Stay Curious class. And this is some of the stuff I did in that Stay Curious. And it was about kind of like working in sketchbooks and things like that, but it was all about filling the page and experimentation, and it was a lot of fun too. And you can still take this class. This is not from the class, but it is from Mindy. And then this is some stuff that I did on my own, and then class things, and then there's some. So I started a little sketchbook in that same kind of vein of just playing with my supplies and filling the page and doing whimsical illustrations and stuff like that. So I'm having fun in this little journal that kind of goes with my big 9 by 12 journal for that illustrative flair class. So I think that's about it. Here's a cover. I mean, there's definitely more that I wanted to show you, but it all deserves its own video. Some of it does. Here's a cover that I made for this journal, or my others. It fits all the my A5 journals. But I can't put it on there because I work chronologically, you know, the front of this journal. So here's the page I'm on today. So you can see how this is huge over here, and it makes this really hard to write on. But the way that these books are bound, you can fold them back on themselves like this, and it's totally flat. So that's how I managed to work in it, even though it gets, like, here's my first one from 2020. This is a Galen Leather Company. So even when it gets really full, you can still work in the back because you can fold it back on itself, you know, like that. So I'll do a whole nother video on these A5 journals and the way I've been journaling lately. Okay, I think that's all I have for right now. And then I will put links to the videos and courses that I showed, that I talked about, and I'll do another flip through of my journals, and I think that's it. Thank you everybody for all your sweet comments. I thoroughly enjoy, even though I don't reply to them very often, I really appreciate your comments, your kind comments. I don't like the negative ones, but I really appreciate the kind comments that you take the time to leave on my videos. And like I said, I have had a lot of my channel's had a lot of growth, and that's kind of bittersweet for me, because when I see that number, you know, I see a lot of people, they celebrate that, you know, that their channel is growing. And me being such an introvert, let's see, an introvert with social anxiety on YouTube is kind of, well, anyway, it's, sometimes when I see the growth of my channel, it makes me nervous. So, as the audience grows, my nerves get a little bit, you know, you think about standing on a stage in front of people, and as the audience gets bigger and bigger, I don't know. I mean, I'm just being honest. Sometimes it makes me nervous. So anyway, I'm going to try and post this video, even though it's sort of all over the place. And I may even try to record another one on some of these other things that I was going to tell you about. So it's good to see you all again and hear from you. And I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're safe and healthy, and let me know how you're doing in the comments below. I miss reading comments. A lot of you have commented and said, "Where are you?" And I'm here. I've just been in, I know it sounds silly, but I've been in a bit of a creative kind of slump. But we'll get out of it. Okay, I'm gonna leave you, and I will see you all in the next video.